Good morning, welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. We've got some deals on dice for you in this hour. We've got a couple of demos we can fit in, and we will also do a giveaway for you. We've got a code deal. That's what code, wasn't it? I decided on the code. And then went, have we got a code? Go figure. Anyway, we'll have a lot of fun, won't we? Right, first of all, let me introduce you to the team here at Highlight Crafts. So we've got our Emily on cameras this hour. We're running around a bit like headless chickens today, aren't we, Emily? Because Amber's gone to see Coldplay. Laura's off on holiday. We've got Sam, who's in Farnborough with Lily. So we're running around, breaking down shows, picking the orders, putting them back on here. We're doing all sorts today, so it's a lot of fun. I'll tell you, I'll get my steps in today, so that's a good thing. We've also got Lewis on production.
Hello.
And you've got me for an hour with lots of goodies to share with you. But first of all, let me tell you a little bit about Highlight Crafts and live shopping. So Highlight Crafts is a little family business. There's about 28 of us, I think, headed up by the lovely Stephanie and her husband Carl. And every day, Monday to Friday, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we do what we call live shopping shows. So we bring you the best deals. We bring you products that you may never have seen before. We do deals on products that we've got a few left of. And we bring you incredible prices. Now, also, Monday to Thursday, we do 6 o'clock in the evening till 7 o'clock in the evening. I think tonight it's an SVG sale, so if you're a Scan and Cut user, make sure you're tuning in for that. And then on a Saturday morning, we go live at 8 o'clock in the morning and we finish at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We also put quite a few repeats out, so if you've missed any of your shows, you'll be able to go back and watch them. And we're all about education, inspiration, and having a lot of fun. If you want clean, crisp, slick, you're not going to get that here. We're crafters. We get it. We understand what you want, and we understand, or Stephanie certainly understands, how to design. So let me tell you a little bit more about where you can watch us. You can put us on your TV, on YouTube. You can also watch us on Facebook and Instagram. And if you prefer to watch us on our website, highlightcrafts.com, you can also do that. All we're going to do is show you a product, and that product will have a code. And if you look on your screen right now, there are two words that are in bold. One of them is shop, and then the other one will be the code that applies to that particular product. All you need to do is type those two bold words that are on your screen into the comments underneath the video. Shop small, for example. And that automatically puts that product into a basket for you. Isn't that clever? So you don't need to miss a thing, which is brilliant. Then we're going to slide into your DMs. We're going to send you a message, and in that message you will find a link. Click the link. That will take you to our website where you can log into your account and check out your baskets. If you prefer to shop directly on the website, of course you can do that. Just go to highlightcrafts.com, click watch live, press play, and as soon as that show starts to stream, all the items will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you want to purchase, and they'll go into a little red shopping bag that will appear at the top of your screen. When you're ready to log in and check out, click on that bag and that will take you through that process. Now you can also shop ahead from midnight, and a lot of you do that now to get ahead. Make sure that you get the deals that you want, so you can also do that. Go to the website, there's a banner on the homepage that says shop today's deals. Click on that and all of those will open up for you. Now we also have a club called Club Highlight. It's completely free to join. We do ask you to open an account with us, so we have your details. We do ask you for your birthday, because we send you a little extra something on your birthday. Yeah, I know, we're good. But it's free to join, and what it means that you will get discount on every single order that you place with us here at Highlight Crafts, all of them. Then you're also going to get loyalty points back for every single pound that you spend with us. And then you can build up those loyalty points and spend them against product, which is just fabulous. But it doesn't cost you a penny. The reason I'm talking about log in and check out is you must log into your account to get those deals. Okay? And we start with tier 1 where you get 5%. You spend X amount with us, you go up to tier 2. an X amount, and then you go up to tier 3. So the more you spend with us, the more you save, which is great, isn't it? Right, shall we get stuck in? Let's do a small collection, this is called. Now this was part of a gathering. This is a gathering die. So when we talk about gathering dies, it means that you've got all of the artwork that you can see on the front. You can download that for free from highlightcrafts.com. If you just type in the code or the name of the die, the reflection artwork, which is what we call it, will come up, and you can print that out for free. Download it, and then you've got it. And then you take your die, put it over the top, tape it in place, that's important, run it through, and you will get all of those individual images in one pass. Now this was from one of our first ever collections of 2 red robins. So you've got the lock, the rusty lock, you've got the drippy tap, you've got the fork and the spade, and you've got the broken oil lamp in there as well. This is lovely if you love 2 red robins. So let me tell you a little bit about 2 red robins. And I know a lot of you know that, but we're very aware now that we're going to be getting new customers all the time. And you were once a new customer, so I need to needed to tell you, didn't I? So that we all know. And now I completely forgot what I was going to say. Literally completely forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, 2 red robins. That's it. Right, so during lockdown, you'll have noticed this. All the humans got locked inside and all the nature came back to life. The canals in Venice became clear. We had dragonflies in the garden and woodpeckers at the side of the road. And Stephanie used to get these little 2 red robins visiting her at home. And she sat there and she thought, do you know what? Wouldn't it be wonderful if we created something marvellous out of something not marvellous at all? Something really difficult that we all went through as the human race. And she started to design these 2 red robins. And it's all about the British countryside. You will never see a human in the 2 red robins designs because it was all about the animals and the creatures. And a little funny story as well, because they've got like sliding doors at Stephanie's house where you look over the garden, and these 2 red robins, and she said they keep getting closer and closer and closer each day. It's definitely a sign that I need to do something. Carl looked at me and he went, that's because I've been putting mealworms out on the step. And I was like, don't shatter her dreams. It's all about the 2 red robins. And that's how it came to be. So things like the broken lamp, the rusty lock, the drippy tap, all of those things that are just discarded, that's what 2 red robins is all about. And you can build your creations. So if you want that one, it's $4.99. Yeah, we've got some cracking prices in this show. Right, next one we're going to go to is Pots of Love. And this is gorgeous. Shop pots, instead of being $114.99, you're getting it for $34.99 today. Now, you've got your beautiful florals. And again, when we do florals, instead of you having all individual dies that you've got to tape down in place, we do what we call our Swift technology. So this is a Swift die where all of those images are acid etched into one metal plate. So you get better value for money. So first of all, you've got that one, which is lovely. That's peach petals. Then you've got cerise blooms. And these dies, look at the size. They're fantastic. Now you could use that. So maybe you've got a simple sentiment. Maybe you've printed one off on Micro Studio. You've got a simple sentiment that's going to go in the middle of your card. Having that at the top and then rotating it round and having it at the bottom would hug that sentiment. Then you could snip in and decoupage up the flower if that's what you wanted to do. But it's super, super easy to use. And the fact that we give you the artwork makes it so much easier to craft. You cannot make a bad card with 2 red robins dies. They're fabulous. Next up, we've got another gathering. Now, this is Florist Fresh. You have got a ton of florals on here. I'm going to turn that round. Look how that plate is jam-packed full of those beautiful, beautiful florals. They're stunning, aren't they? So you're getting that one in there. Now, those are normally, I'm going to say $22.99 of that size for a gathering. Then you've got your stems of blossom. So you've got your beautiful cherry blossom. If you bought anything like cherry blossom rise or Eastern Elements, that's going to be lovely. Then you're getting Terrific. I love this because this is nested. So when we talk about nested dies, it's the same image but going down in increments or going up in increments of size, depending on which way you look at it. So these will be right in the background. So if you're making like a kitchen scene, the cup would be on the shelf right at the back, and then the medium-sized one might be on the bench at the front. So it helps you build that perspective. And I love a container. I love a container because you can fill it full of blooms. So imagine that's your card shape, okay? So to do that, you would take a piece of card, fold it in half, put it on your die cutting plate, put that edge just over the top so it didn't cut that edge, it created a fold, and then you've got your teacup card shape. And then on the reflection you can cut around there and you can fill it with all of these beautiful blooms. Everything's thought through, it's fabulous, but you have got a card shape in there. Then you're also going to get your My Jam, love that, jam jars. So you've got jam jars in there. Look at the artwork on that. Looks like glass, doesn't it? We work with an illustrator called Max, and I would love at some point in my career to spend a week with Max and learn how he did digital colours, because he is exceptional at it. So you've got all your little jam jars. Maybe you make and sell your jams, your pickles, your chutneys, all that kind of thing, your mincemeat. It's all coming up, isn't it, for Christmas? These could be your tags, your price tags. How cute would that be? And it would tell your customer that you care. I care about my product. I'm proud of my product. Now then, this reminds me of something my grandma used to have on her dressing table. So I can see her dressing table. She's got this wooden, light oak dressing table with a big mirror. Her hanky box is on the right-hand side with all the lovely hankies in. And then she's got a couple of these and one of those pomanders, you know, the one with the spray. We used to do it like that when we were posh. This is another card shape because that artwork is beautiful as well. Shop pots, $34.99. Now, here's the thing. Even though this is knocked down in price by £80, more or less, by a few pence, you're still going to get your club discount and you're still going to get your points. And if at the end of your shop, after your discounts have been knocked off, your basket is over £35, we are going to pay your postage, even though all of these dies are in the sale, which is brilliant. So if you want that one, shop pots, $34.99. Now then, this is lovely. I don't think this is very long ago that we launched this, but it's one of my favourites. I love this because it looks like somebody has taken the time to cut all of these pieces out of paper, shape it, I think is the word I'm looking for, manipulate it and build it back into this. That artwork is gorgeous and it's very different actually to anything we've brought you before. I love that because it literally looks like it's been made out of paper. It's very, very clever. So you're getting that one first of all, then you're going to get your Whispers of Rose. Now I'm just going to open this up so that you can see the size of this die because it's bigger than you think it will be. Look at that, it's a whopper. And I love dies like this because if you're working on a square card, you could have that in one side and then the reverse of it over here. So turning it round is what I mean. But if you're working on a rectangular card, which is taller than it is wider, you want to match that with the dies that you're putting in the corners. So you could literally snip into this and extend this vertically so you create that rectangle or oval curve. Okay, so don't just think, oh no, it's a smaller die, I can only use it on square cards. Just manipulate it. That's the great thing about dies. Now then, we've also got, this is my favourite, Radiant Posy. The colours in this are beautiful. I'm drawn to things like this because these are the colours in my craft room, teals and pinks. And the green in there as well. This is lovely. I'll show you the size of this one because again, it's a much bigger die than you think it is. Now that could just go on the front of a very simple card with a sentiment, decoupaged up maybe a little bit, gorgeous. And then we come back to this one, and this is lovely, Midnight Blossom. I like the fact that we've done blues and we've done the leaves in like bluey greens. I think that's really striking. And again, it looks like it's been made out of paper. It's really, really pretty. Shop selection, $34.99 is going to get you that. It's got a £5 saving on it. So if you fancy something a little bit different floral-wise, that one might be for you. Shop selection. Now then, scruff bunnies. These are gorgeous. I love scruff bunnies. Look at the saving that you've got on this. $34.99. That would probably be, let me just have a look at the die and then I can tell you right. That die is probably, yeah, $29.99. Let's do $24.99. Okay, let's say that's $24.99. And that gives you the brick wall with the florals on it, all your little branches, etc. And you're getting that one as your biggest die, so wildflower wall. You can then build on top of this. Then we've got our lovely scruff bunnies. Look at these guys. These are fabulous. Oh, and yesterday Stephanie let the cat out of the bag, didn't she? Like she always does. I'm being really good and behaving myself on her, and then she comes in and tells the secrets. We've got a printer that now prints, you know those stickers we've been bringing you that are glazed, that look slightly thick, slightly dimensional? We've got a printer that we can print our own. We can print all this kind of stuff out. Isn't that exciting? I know, beyond exciting. I want to go and sit in the warehouse and just watch it for an hour. I want to know how it works. I want to see it working. It's brilliant. Keep an eye out on social, because I think our Emily's got some pictures yesterday, didn't you, to put on. Right, so first of all, you're getting a gathering. Now, on the gatherings, when we bring you characters, we bring you the characters as they are in full size. And then we do a gathering where we do 2 different sizes, so 2 smaller sizes, and they face in the opposite directions to the original. So you can create symmetry, you can create perspective. So you get your scruff bunny gathering, you then get spread your wings, and this can be used completely independently. Spread your wings is your lovely butterflies. Again, it's 1 die, but it's 5 die cuts. So there'll be 5 butterflies on that 1 metal plate. Then you've got bluebell patch with your lovely wild bluebells. You also get a matte layer for that as well. Then you get your bluebell sprig. This is lovely. If you just make really simple cards, this is fabulous. Then you've got entwined crescent. This is going to be invaluable for your Christmas cards, but all year round, because you could literally take tiny flowers and just put them all over there. So you're getting that. Then you've got Daisy May. I love her little face. Isn't she gorgeous? It's her ears, I think, and her feet. Really big feet, haven't they? I love that. Then you've got Bartholomew. He's the granddad, isn't he? He's the one that makes sure they all do the homework after school. And then you've got Felicity. Felicity doesn't do homework. She's too busy bouncing around the field. She hasn't got time to do homework. That is a cracking collection. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 sets of dies for $34.99. That's less than £4 a set. Mad, right? But great. If you haven't got that, pop that in your basket. It's a lovely collection, that. And I think about these on shrink plastic, because you could print the artwork onto our printable shrink plastic, then cut them out with the outside edge die, put a hole in it and make it into little charms. It's cute, isn't it? Right, so that is Shop Bunny, and it's $34.99. Now we do have split ways to pay as well on our website. So we have ClearPay, Klarna and PayPal Pay in 3. So if that helps spread the cost, brilliant, go ahead. Now then, Lily bought you these the other day. Lily's down in Farnborough for the next 3 days with our Sam doing the show. So if you're going, go and find Highlight Crafts stand and say hello to them both. These are your cuties. Now, we've knocked these down in price to $19.99. So each one of these is a £5 before your discount. That's crazy. So you've got here, you've got Giselle, who's our little ballerina with her unicorn. I'm actually going to open these up so that you can see the scale. So they're a nice size. This is a lovely one to have in for little ones. I used to do ballet, and then I got to the stage where I was in point shoes, and I was like, yeah, that pain's too bad. I'm not having that. I went all shredding instead. Then you've got your confident cuties. So you've got your young ladies. It's always difficult, isn't it, to find a card for that teenager age or early 20s, something that's relevant to their life. So you've got those 3 in there. Then you've also got classic cuties. So out on the tiles. And then you've also got Odette, like the Black Swan. Have you ever seen that film, Emily? The Black Swan, it's good, isn't it? It's dark, but it's good. Right, so if you want those, Shop Cuties, $19.99. Right, now then, next, we have got in the studio all our yesterdays. This is lovely. If you like a bit of nostalgia, this is gorgeous. So, first of all, we've got Clyde fishing at the side of the river. Love this. It reminds me of my Uncle Peter, that. My Uncle Peter, do you remember the advert, J.R. Hartley? You know, was that the one, J.R. Hartley, the fishing guy? I'm sure that was J.R. Hartley. Yeah, I think it was. He was taught to fly fish by him, and if he could spend every day fishing, he would. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. So all our yesterdays, I love the artwork on this. It's absolutely beautiful. Getting faces right is very difficult. Faces and hands, really, really, really difficult. This one is just stunning. Then you've got Whatever Floats Your Boat. I love the way that Sophie names these. Whatever Floats Your Boat with your little rowing boat. You've then got Liam, the little one that sits at the side of him. So that's grandson, I think, is teaching him how to fish. Love that. I used to go fishing with my Uncle Peter. Rishton Reservoir. That's a long time ago. Then we've got Really Great. So you've got all your fishing tackle in here. Your hat, your net, your line, and your flies, and your basket. Then you've got your toadstools. Toadstools? They're not toadstools. Tadpoles. Thank you, Emily. Honestly, words today, it's bad. But these are fabulous because they're jars. Look. So you get the jar and then you've got all the little tadpoles in. We have a pond in our back garden that my mum said to my dad one week. She said, oh, I'd really like water in the garden. So we went out and dug a hole and made her a pond. And me and Mick, when we moved in, we had chairs at the side. We just sat outside watching all this frog spawn go into tadpoles and then into frog. It was fascinating. So I must have sat there for about 4.5 hours one afternoon. I couldn't take my eyes off it. Then you've got Lucas and Pickle. So you've got the little, get that, the little dog sat on the swing. Isn't that fabulous? And then you also get Bygone Lake. So you get your scene. Now then, the way that this works is you print it out a few times. Okay, so print it out 3 or 4 times. Make sure you're printing them at actual size because otherwise your dies won't fit. Actual size or 100%. Don't fit to page, okay, because then they won't fit. So you print this off a few times and you keep one of them and that's your card front. Then you take the straight line and you cut the second one across there. So this is your full one's your base, and then this part that you've cut gets decoupaged up, so you build it up with some foam tape. Then you take this one, and this one will go, will go around there. And then you get another one that does the path. So you can create your tunnel cards just by using the wibbly wobbly lines. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, that's all right, Mel, but I could do that with a craft knife. You could, absolutely. If you're good with a craft knife and you can get that much detail, absolutely. However, what you will see is the white edge. So the reason Stephanie brought out wibbly wobbly lines, and them are some of my favourite dies that she's ever done, which when you think about tattered lace and 2 red robins and in the studio, you think, really? It's a wibbly wobbly line. Yes, but if you've got something like a tree or a character or a branch or whatever it is, and you want to ground that element, a fence, a wall, if you just cut a straight line in your cardstock with your craft knife, you're going to see that white edge. Because a die is beveled, it will push into the cardstock like that. You can then put elements inside there. You don't see that white edge and it looks like it's grounded properly. It's a brilliant concept. If you've never done it before, give it a go because it's fabulous. Now, shop yesterday, $39.99. So you've got a nice saving on that one as well. Don't miss out on that. Great for dads, granddads, uncles, all of that. I think that it's just a beautiful collection. Right, shop yesterday, we'll get you that one. Now then, Amelia. Well, this is Handpicked Harvest. This is one of my favourite collections. We don't have a lot of this left. It's reduced from $97.99 to $29.99, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So first of all, you're going to get Amelia. I love that. Is she going up? Is she coming down? There's the question. Then you've got Grover with the blackberries. Then you're going to get Scamper, the squirrel. Then you're going to get Wild Rose Hips, so you get your berry elements in there. Then you've got Blossom in Bloom, which will give you those beautiful florals. Then you've got a Feathered Gathering, so you're getting all of these birds in different sizes. I love these birds. These two at the front are just brilliant. Then you've also got a Handpicked Harvest Gathering. So you've got 2 gatherings in here. This is a huge collection, guys, for $29.99. That's incredible value for money. Then you get Jet, the blackbird. Then you get Nora. Now, she's a little bit of a snob, Nora. She's the one that, you know, when the curtains twitch and the nosy neighbours. That's her, Nora. And she's absolutely can't even comprehend these two, Wally and Whitney, because they're the little scruffy ones, and she's, oh, can't be seen with them. It's that kind of thing. I love these two. They just make me laugh. Every time I see them, they make me smile. Shop Harvest, $29.99. You could build some beautiful cards with that. Right, now then, let's do the rest. Well, we're going to do the rest of the counter, and then we're going to try and fit a demo in. Good grief, this show's flying. Where's the time gone? Now, these, brick by brick, these are brilliant. This is your die extensions. So now you can build your own brick wall, okay? This did come with Minecraft Studio. You'll probably still be able to get that on the website. Oh, it comes with it. It comes with it. So you get your Minecraft Studio with this for £36. Now, we sat there one morning, Stephanie and I in here doing a show, and she made a whole fireplace out of this. So she used the bricks to build the fireplace itself. She then used the planks to create the top of the fireplace, the mantle, if you like. It was really clever. It looked amazing. And she used a digital punch to punch away the opening for the fire. It was very, very clever. Then you've got your stone by stone. So you've got your dry stone wall elements. So instead of having to cut down the dry stone wall die that you might have, you can extend it and you don't have to snip in because you've got all of these little elements. And then you've also got rock by rock. Now think about these for your Christmas. This has got ivy growing over it, so it'd be perfect. A little bit of snow effect on here, maybe using the Cadence Frost, something like that. But those are great. And if you love building pictures, scenes, telling stories, then this is absolutely for you. Shop extension, £36 is going to get you that with the Minecraft Studio as well to go with it. And then the last set of dies that we've got for you today is this one. And these are lovely. Shop Bloom is going to get you your lemon rose. That was my grandma's favourite colour of rose, that yellow. Then you're also going to get Honesty. So you're going to get the Honesty in there as well. I remember my mum having those in the 70s in a vase in the hallway. You could see the seeds inside them. And then last but by no means least, you've got your Cardinal Carnation. And again, all of that artwork. You're paying a £5 for the dies. That's crazy. That's really, really, really good. Right, let's say some hellos. Let's say hello. I'm going to do it in a different order, Lewis, because I'm just in that kind of mood today. You know, you just wake up and you think, I'm just going to do Thursday. Right, the extension dies are so useful just to add that certain touch, says Jonathan. Yes, they are, aren't they? They're fabulous, aren't they? Good morning to Jonathan, Lisa, Leslie. We've got Deborah watching us this morning. We've got Julie and Richard. Richard, are you behaving yourself today? Probably not, because you never do you? Love those two. Daphne says hi. We've got Christine with us. We've got Pauline. Just hearing Mel say about my birthday points. I don't remember seeing mine last week. Okay, check it. Check your junk mail and your spam and all of those. And if you didn't, then messages help at Highlight Crafts. Oh, there you are. Lewis has answered you underneath. Should read it first, Mel. Shirley's with us. We've got Veronica, Jane, Chris, Karen, Lou, Maureen, Ria and Norma. Thank you ever so much for joining us. It's lovely to have your company. Right, now then, fancy a deal on your storage? This is crazy value. So, first of all, you're going to get the large 2 Red Robins binder. It's beautifully made. It's a really strong canvas. It's got the piping all the way around. It's got board inside to create that stability. But look at the detail of that embroidery. It's immaculate. That tells you that this company cares about its product and it being quality. And you know we do, don't you? It's even got the faux leather down the middle and that double ring inside there, okay? So you're going to get the large one. You're also going to get the small one, or the medium size one. It's not particularly small, is it? All the dies in here would fit in this. So you're going to get both of the folders, right? But here's the thing. You're also going to get 10 of the small storage wallets. You're going to get 8 of the medium storage wallets. So they both go inside that one perfectly. And our storage wallets are double heat pressed, so they don't split. And they have the little slip fastening in here. They're brilliant. We've got 6 large storage wallets that you're getting as well, and 4 extra large. So you're getting the large binder and the wallets that fit it, and the small binder and the wallets that fit it for $24.98. That, my friends, is amazing, and it's before your discount. There's nothing worse than going in your craft room and hunting through all the drawers to find the die that you want to craft with, because you just want to craft, don't you? You don't want to be searching for stuff. All of those in there, you could put an index card at the side if you wanted to. Maybe you got the little label maker, the little Dymo one. You could label all your binders and have them all in a row on your shelves, and then you know exactly where to go for them. So you could put your dies with your die cuts and your reflections in those wallets. Brilliant, brilliant deal. Shop storage $24.98. Now I'm going to do one more thing before we go to demo. This morning we bought you a pack of 250 of these. We've broken some of those down for you because we've had a few people in the past going, I'm never going to get through all those. So we've broken this down to 50 for you. Cut it in half, you've got 100. And if you heard us this morning, we were talking about Cut Tidy, which is a brilliant product. Came out of the craft industry, and it's a plastic. Now, when you're cutting with a die, just a regular thin metal die, because the blade isn't sharp, it works on pressure. It can't cut through the plastic. So you can keep using this till it literally drops to bits. Now, 5 sheets of Cut Tidy was $9.99. You're getting 50 in it, where you're getting 100 because you're going to cut them in half. So you can see the saving that you're going to make on this. So if you looked at it this morning and thought, yeah, that's a lot of them though, Mel. 50 of them. Shop Pocket, $8.99. Right, shall we go and do a quick demo? Come on, let's go. What shall we demo? Shall we do the flowers? Shall we do the cuties? What do you fancy? Flowers? Right, let's have a look. Now, I am going to take it out of a packet because our design team are brilliant. You know, way back when I was self-employed, I used to do all my unfinished samples for every show. And then I joined Stephanie and she was like, oh no, we've got a design team. I said, a what? And our design team are absolutely inspirational, and we couldn't do what we do on a daily basis without them. We really, really couldn't do what we do. So it's lovely to have our Kath do this, and she even puts a picture in for me, look. Isn't that fabulous? They're good, aren't they? And I love it because obviously we want to craft. You know, we want to sit there all day and make pretty cards. We can't do that because we've got too much other stuff to do. But it means that our design team get to give you all that inspiration. So we've got a card, just a piece of A4 folded in half, and we've got some beautiful mats and layers. Look at these. So these are the papers that would coordinate with those dies. Check those out on the website because I'm sure you'll find them on there. And then she's matted it onto a little bit of silver mirror. Now, when you're using mirror card, think about the colour of the card base that you're using and the colours that are in the paper. So, for example, Kath has chosen to use silver on this because it's cool. Not as in cool, it's a cool colour. And it works perfectly with white. If this was with gold, the gold's a warmer colour and it would work perfectly with cream. Okay, that's kind of the rule of thumb that I work to. Although I have to say, I have a wallpaper in my craft room that's all flowers and it's cream. It's on a cream background, but it has silver foil running through it. It's beautiful. And I would never have thought of putting cream with silver, but it worked because it's the right kind of cream. So if you've got like a really yellowy cream colour, go for gold. If you've got one that's almost like a winter white, then you'll get away with silver. And matting and layering is just the process of building up these layers. It's like framing it. So imagine you went out and bought that as a print and you just stuck it on your wall. Then you got another one and you put a mount around it, stuck it on the wall, completely different. Then you get a frame that it goes in. Night and day. If you watched the scrapbooking show the other day, we talked about mats and layers and what a difference they make to your projects. And matting and layering is just the process, literally, of building up those layers. So we've now got our inside done. Okay, so that can stay there for now. And now we're going to work on the outside. So what our Kath has done is used her lift and lock corner dies just to put a little bit of an embellishment in the corners. Now, if that was just plain white, you would have to then start filling this with a bigger topper. But because she's used this, it means that you can get away with a smaller topper, a shape, a label shape that fits perfectly in the middle of there. Okay, now imagine that without this here and there. You'd have to find something else to fill it in. These lift and locks are brilliant. Right, so let's build up this topper. So again, she's replicated using the silver in here, but this time she's using foam pads like so. So we're just going to take the backing off those. Now a top tip, if you're like me and you're good at you like things straight, and you can get them straight, but maybe not first time, you're going to put a little bit of wet glue on the back of the foam pads, and that will give you a little bit of wiggle room just in case you don't put it down quite right in the first place. So I hover over the top and I'm just looking at the distance, top and bottom and left and right, and then I know that as long as that distance is equal, then it will work. Same again, so she's just printed on Minecraft Studio a little sentiment. Isn't that lovely? So just print your sentiments out, give yourself enough space around to put your die around it, and then you've got that beautiful label shape. So we're just going to add a little bit of this on here and we're going to stick this down. Now, if you're frugal with your card, you could cut a circle or a square out of that, and then you're not wasting that bit that's on the inside. But if you want stability, then this is going to give you that stability. And then all she's done is taken one of these, and this is lovely. So all you need to do with these is literally just manipulate it with your fingers like that, and that's going to come all the way down the side of that. So to keep that shape, you could use foam pads, you could use your glue gel if you wanted to, but all I do is put a little bit of glue here and there, press that down there so it holds, and then just very gently wherever it touches that, and it will hold its form, because this is printed on our 250 pure print, which we've also got on the show for you. So if I now turn this round like that, I'm going to pop this onto the front of the card so that you can see what it looks like. That way around. Yeah, I don't think those foam pads are in the right place. Never mind, we'll do this, it's fine. We'll use the glue. That's going to go into the middle of there like that. She'll probably message me later and go, yeah, you did it wrong, didn't you? Doesn't matter, we can put our style on it, can't we? Then we've got another one that is going to come up from here. So this is going to attach to the stand, so the stopper. So what she's done here is used a die to create this little ribbon strip here, and then she's just put little pieces of foam tape in between some of those little slits. So a ribbon slider okay? Maybe you've got a set of nesting rectangles with a really, really tiny one. You could make your own one of these. Now you're going to decide exactly where you want this to go. So I want it to be about there on my card. So lift it up first, make sure they're happy with the positioning, and then get my finger off this foam pad, stuck to my finger. We're going to position that in there like so, okay? Then we're going to build this up from here. So I'm going to position this. I think I'm going to have it there, actually, on the bottom of that card. I like it there. I'll turn it around in a minute. I know you can't see it, but I cannot work upside down and back to front for the life of me. Just going to move that over a bit. I'll turn it around so that you can see, look. So I'm replicating now the corner that's here down at the bottom there like that, okay? So we'll just give that a minute to just take. And then I've got another one here. Now, I don't know if I need this or not, but I might pop it there. Oh, now see, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. So what I'm going to do is take another one of these. We've got foam pads behind it. I'm going to put that little bit of glue on there, and I'm going to build this layer up so there's more definition in this side. And then we've got a little bow. I bet this is going to be a devil to get this off. Tape. I tell you what, our Tape Doctor stuff is so much better than that, and it's strong, but it's super fine. And I'm just going to pop that bow on the edge like that, and there is a beautiful wedding card designed by our lovely Kath. And go on to Highlight Your Creativity Facebook page. We also have a blog. Kath does quite a lot for us for a blog. And she does some incredible 3D projects, so go and check them out, please, on our blog, because you'll enjoy that. Right, we want to make that. We've got the dies on the show for you. I'll get Lewis to put the details up for you on the screen for that. No, it's not Shop Pots, it's the designer selection. Designer selection, $34.99. It's going to get you 4 sets of dies, including that beautiful rose corner. Right, let's go and talk about some cardstock. Oh no, I need to show you this first. Now, do you remember being a kid? I remember going into Mercer's toy shop, and they used to sell these sheets, but they had like a picture on them, and then you got a tool like this, and you went in and you followed the lines and this picture appeared. This is a little bit like that, but what I thought was, what if you used a die cut? That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? So you get, let's see how many sheets. You get 5 colours, 10 sheets. Oh, it's different colours. Oh, that's cool. 5 colours, 10 sheets. I have no idea what the colour is behind here, but this is going to be a bit cool. So I've just got a die cut. All you're going to do, oh, look at that, is work inside and then colour. Literally just bounce that tool off the side of that. So your stencils now, you can do something completely different with your stencils. Let's do this up here. These are great. I love things like this. It takes me back to being little. I loved it. I was always colouring in. If you ever wanted to find me anywhere, I'd either be on the garage floor, because it was the biggest space I could find, or in the kitchen on the side, on the table, colouring in. It's just been a passion. And I think it's because my dad was so artistic. My mum was creative. She did the cross stitch and the baking and stuff like that. But my dad did the art, and he was brilliant. And he always encouraged me to colour in and learn about colour and all the different things that you can do. But look how cool that is. Isn't it fab? This is great for the kids. I'll tell you what, this would be a really good stocking filler, wouldn't it, for the children? You can have a play with it. You can freehand with it, look. Look. Good, isn't it? So you get 10 sheets. There's 5 different colours. It looks like there's green, silver, red, blue and gold. Tell you what, baubles would be nice, cut out of this, wouldn't they? And then you could cut some bits, sand some bits back. That'd be rather nice. And you get the little tool with it as well. So Shop Engrave, $9.99 is going to get you that. Right, do I need to recap any of the dies?
No,
go through the papers. Right, lovely. So, pure print. Let me talk to you about our printing paper, because we get asked about this all the time. So we do 2 different types. We do our regular pure print and we do our premium pure print. And the only difference between the 2 is the size of the fibre, but it makes a massive difference. So for me as a scan and cut user, I'd use my premium pure print to print out my backgrounds, but don't put it anywhere near your scan and cut mat because it loves it and it doesn't want to give it you back. It literally grips it and you won't get it off your mat. And the reason for that is the fibres are so tiny that it creates this much denser surface area. So when it grabs to that glue, it just literally sticks. So I use the 250 for my backgrounds. If I'm printing anything for a card base or a background or I'm doing a picture, I'll use the premium pure print. And because the fibres are so tiny, if you imagine a printer head as it drops that ink, think about when you've got a pure colour of paint and you add water to it, and the further away you get from that pure colour, the lighter it becomes. It's the same with the fibre of in a card. So if you've got a fibre length that's that long and you drop the ink on there, as it comes down the length of that fibre, it will get lighter. It's still a lovely look, it's just different, okay? On your premium pure print, because they're minute fibres, as it drops, it doesn't have anywhere to travel. So it keeps that really intense, vibrant colour, okay? So we do that in 250 GSM and 140 GSM. So if you're die cutting, your 250, your 140 if you're working on something like a light board and you want to add foiling, I would work on your 140 and then stick it onto another piece to stabilise it, okay? Now we also do the same weights in your regular pure print. So your regular pure print has that longer fibre. So the 140 is the one that I will use all day, every day to print my reflections off of my scan and cut. And the reason I personally like to use a lighter weight for that is, first of all, we give you decoupage layers with our SVG files. So we don't just give you the shape, we break it all down and give you the decoupage layers, which is important. Now, if I did that on 250 and you built up that flower or that character or whatever it is, you're going to see that white edge all the way up that decoupage and it doesn't look professional. So I always use the 140. It molds beautifully, so it's great for your decoupage as well. So that's your 140, that's the one I will use every day. If you go to our printer right now, tray 5 is allocated to that and it's full of this cardstock. The 250, I would say, is brilliant for printing your backgrounds. You'll get a different look, even though it's the same image on the same printer, it will look different on the premium to on the pure. But the pure print is brilliant for your alcohol markers because it's got that longer length fibre. It holds that ink on the surface and gives you the ability to blend, which is what we do when we're using alcohol markers. So 250, perfect for that. 140 reflections, and then your premium pure print if you want that real vibrancy, but not on your scan and cut mats, please, because I'll end up with a message that says I've got it stuck to my mat and I can't get it off. If that ever happens, all you need to do is take your mat, don't go in with your scraper like this and try and get it off, just run it under the tap, let that water soak into that paper and then scrape it off. You won't damage your mat. So if you want any of those, we'll put the details on the screen for you. Now, we also have some mirror card for you, and this is fabulous. Now, again, we're talking about card, and card prices are going through the roof. Honestly, you wouldn't believe how expensive card is getting. It's scary, actually. It really is. We got quoted 45 pence for one sheet of black card the other day. For one sheet. That's ridiculous. Right, now then, gold mirror. Now, there's a little trick that I've taught in my Scan and Cut Club where instead of, so imagine you've got a piece of cream card, then you mat and layer on a piece of gold on top, and then another piece of cream. So you've used 3 pieces of card. If you take that cream card and cut a square, and then you take your nesting fundamental dies, and instead of creating a full square, create a frame. So one die and then a smaller one inside. Tape it down because you don't want it to move. You then cut a frame. If you put that and glue it flat on top of that piece of cream card, it will look like you've done cream, gold and cream. It's really clever. And you look at it and you think, oh, that's lovely. It's all matte and layered beautifully. All those layers, they've gone to the trouble of doing that. And it will save your mirror card. Okay, so we're now having to start to get a little bit more frugal with our card. But doing that, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, because you look at it and you think, that's definitely 3 layers, and it's not. Give it a go. After we finish live today, go up in your craft room and give it a go. It's amazing. So you're going to get 10 sheets of gold mirror in here, lovely quality, on a nice board. It will cut on your scan and cut. One thing I will say to you is, if you're going to put this on your mat, please put a piece of copy paper over the top before you burnish it down, because you don't want to scratch this. So if you want that, shop gold, $8.99. Now we also do a mixed set for you where you've got all these different colours. So you've got your teal. That's a beautiful colour. Oh, I love that colour. Oh, I need that. Then you've got the pink. You've got a lovely, like a rose gold in there. That's stunning. You've got silver. You've got black. It's not very often you find black. You've also got a red in there, perfect for your Christmas. You've got the most beautiful purpley pink. You can see how reflective it is. You've got your gold in there. You've got your royal blue, and you've got your Christmas green. Shop assorted, $8.99 will get you that. And then we also have, and this always makes me smile because the code for this is shed, non-shed, the most wonderful colour palettes in your glitter card. I think it's the nicest colour palette I've ever seen in glitter card. It's beautiful. It's perfect on your scan and cut. It cuts like a dream. You can use your foil pen over the top of it if that's what you want to do, and you will do the same with this. Cut a frame instead of a matte layer. Preserve your cardstock. But how beautiful is that as a colour palette? It's stunning. And look, nothing at all. That's what you want for your scan and cut. Right, I'm going to recap this storage for you because this is flying out, and I'm not surprised at this price. So we like to bring you deals here at Highlight Crafts, and this is a deal and a half. So you're going to get, for your $24.99 before your discount, don't forget, you're going to get your large binder. Okay, so you store your stamps, your stencils, your dies, whatever you want to store in it, whatever works for you. On top of that, we're going to give you extra large storage wallets. So you get 4 of those. These are great for putting your reflections in. Then you're also going to get 6 of your large wallets, perfect for your dies and your die cuts. So you're going to get all of that. Then you're going to get your smaller binder that has 8 medium storage wallets in and 10 small. So you're getting 2 binders, 18, 22, 28 wallets for $24.99. Basically, you're paying for the binders, but you're not paying for the wallets. That's a deal and a half. Don't miss out on that. $24.98 is going to get all of that as happy post for you. Get your basket to over £35 though after your discount, then you won't pay postage. Now then, I need to recap this as well. So earlier on today, Amanda and I brought you a show, and we had these on, but they were in a pack of 250. If you're thinking, I'm never going to get through 250 ml, I just want a few, perfect. We can do that for you. Now these, of course, you can use to store your indexes, your reflections, your card, etc. We also sell a sealer, you know, the heat sealer. So you could do that as well if you wanted to, but I've cut mine in half and I've used it with my die cutting machine so that if I've got really detailed dies that are a little bit stubborn, that, game changer. But also if I want to fill my A4 plate with dies and put them through in one go, that gives you that extra shim, that extra flexibility for that card, this to be able to push that card into all those little areas in that die. You can either buy 5 sheets of cut tidy for $9.99, or you can get 100 because you're going to cut this in half. Don't keep it doubled up because you need that thickness. Cut it down the middle and you use it till it literally falls apart. If you went into creative now, every single desk with the die cutting machine on has that because we all use it. This is what we use. It's simple. It's inexpensive. And you can literally use it till it drops apart. You're going to get 50 sheets, so 100 pieces in total because you're going to cut them in half. Shop pocket, $8.99. Right, we haven't got very long left, have we? Oh, are we going to draw a winner?
Can do.
Oh, we did say deal, didn't we? We'll give the card away that we made. How about that?
Okay.
Or 200 points. 200 points. Let's give you 200 points. Well, we'll do both. Don't tell anybody. We'll do both. Winner is Ria Jensen. Yes. I don't think I've ever called your name out, Ria. Right, we'll get that sent out to you. Just keep an eye out, my lovely, for an email from us, so we can add your points to your account and we can send your card out for you as well. I might get in trouble for that, but if I do, I'll pay the postage. I won't. Stephanie will do it, so I'm doing it. Right, I'm going through that wall now. Card making with Amanda. Oh, she'll have lots of hints and tips. And then at 1 o'clock, you've got a whole hour of education. No selling. Whole hour of education with Stephanie. So make sure that you stay tuned with us. Have a lovely morning. I'll see you in about 5 minutes time through there. See you in a bit.